right, so we have 3 roses we've been trying to plant for some time now. It's nice and hot out here. It's nice and humid, and we're just trying to get these done really, really quick. I have the kids out here with me to help me, so they can help with a little bit of stuff around the garden. But we do have 3 roses here from Proven Winners that was sent to us months ago. We just haven't gotten around to planting them yet because we're trying to find the right containers for them and the right location for these roses. But I did want to show these roses off to let you guys know exactly what we have. Now this one bloomed, and I have some photos of it. This one is called Ringo Double Pink, and it has a beautiful, beautiful rose on this one. And I'm just going to clean it up real quick before we get this one planted, because it has a lot of expended buds, and the Japanese beetles, as you guys know, have basically come around and terrorized everybody's garden when it comes to roses. Okay, so we do have 4 new roses. These 3 right here are the ones that I'm showing off right now, and I'll show you the other one that we've already planted in a little bit. But there's 2 specific ones that I want to show off because there's 2 new roses, or a variety of roses, not 2 new roses, a new variety of roses from Proven Winners, and they're called mini climbers, and they go by the name of Rise Up. So the first one I have here is called Rise Up Lilac Days, and this is a mini climber rose. It's going to have a lilac colored rose. We've actually already seen it bloom, and it's a beautiful colored rose. But these are new introductions from Proven Winners. They're mini climbers. They can grow about 5 to 6 feet if grown as a climber. And then the other one we have here is called Rise Up Amberness, and it's almost like the Atlas colored rose, but it's called Rise Up Amberness, and it has a wavy like petal. Absolutely looks beautiful. So we're gonna get these planted today. The kids are gonna help me because we've been trying to get these in some containers for some time now. So they're gonna go ahead and help me plant these up. Then we'll talk a little bit about the roses, and I'll put some information as well so you guys know what's going on with these roses. Okay, so before we continue the rest of the video with the girls planting up the roses, I wanted to cut this piece in there real quick because I did say there was 4 roses, and I didn't mention this in the video where the girls were planting it up because there was a lot of stuff going on. The sun was kind of not cooperating with the video, so I wanted to come out here on a different day and do this. And it's been raining, so it's been kind of hard to actually do it for you guys. So it's actually about 8 o'clock at night right now. Luckily, the sun doesn't go completely down till 9, but I did want to show this rose. This is the other one I was talking about. This is called Reminiscent Crema, and I absolutely love this one. Now, the blooms are already coming apart right now because we've had it in this container. It had a couple blooms and they're falling off, but now that we have in the containers showing some new growth, and we're excited for this one to continue growing. This one is a shrub rose, and it is a full sun rose like all the roses that we've shown right here, and it grows about 1.5 to 3 feet tall by 2 feet wide. So this is a beautiful rose. I love the color to it. It's a nice white color, and I'm gonna read just like the other roses in the rest of this video. Is the beauty of Reminiscent Crema rose. It boasts the lush blooms and sensuous fragrance of old-fashioned types. It's a high-performing, easy-to-grow rose. Okay, so again, this is Reminiscent Crema, and I'm actually excited that I'm able to show you this rose back here because it is in a secret garden, and I love the way it actually glows. The color is absolutely beautiful, and as time goes on, we'll show you guys what it looks like when it starts to bloom. I know Angie is very excited to show you guys these roses a little bit more in detail later because we have this awesome catalog from Proven Winners. These are a lot of roses that are going to be available for 2023 in garden centers, and there's quite a bit of different roses they're coming out with, so it's actually very exciting to be able to grow these in our garden and have them ready to be able to see them this year and have people ready to buy these possibly next year. But that's going to do it for this part of the video, guys. We'll get back to the girls planning this video, and I just wanted to show this one off to you. All right, so before we get started, there's a couple things that we need to do. Specifically, one of the containers needs to get a hole drilled in it, so I'm going to go ahead and let one of the girls do that. Alexa's going to go ahead and drill the hole in there.
There you go. Okay, fell through. Oh, got it.
Okay, so what rose do you guys want to plant up first?
Rise Up Amberness.
Rise Up Amberness. Which container are we using?
This one right here.
That one right there? That is a plastic container. Hopefully you guys can hear me because I'm behind the microphone, but it's a plastic container that looks galvanized. We use that for our fall planting. What's the first thing we're putting in that container before we plant it?
Mulch.
Some mulch. All right, so let's get some mulch in there. The reason we do mulch, guys, is so it drains well from the bottom and that soil just doesn't cover the hole in there. Normally we use bark mulch. This is mini nuggets. You don't want to use anything smaller than mini nuggets because then it'll act just like soil and it'll clog up the bottom there. But what the mulch does, it retains some moisture at the bottom and it lets it freely flow through the drainage hose. All right, and we want to have at least 2 to 3 inches of that at the bottom of the container there. All right, what's the next thing we got to do?
Soil.
Soil. Okay, you want to hold that so I can cut the bag of soil for you?
Yep.
All right, so we're going to put some soil in here next. And what we're going to do, next thing we want to do is go ahead and get some biotone in there. I would say a whole scoop of biotone should be good.
How much?
Yep.
Mix it in?
Yep, you can mix it in. Okay, so we're out here planting these roses, and I'm letting the girls do it because they love to be out here in the garden as well, but as far as having them plant some stuff in the garden, there hasn't really been too much of that because, again, it's a small space here. It's a small area where we garden. But we want them to be as involved as possible, especially when it comes to planting stuff up, to give them some type of ownership of it. And I think this is a perfect opportunity to have them learn to plant something because these are roses, and so they're learning very quickly that they need to be prepared to do this stuff. I told them to go ahead and grab some gloves because, again, these are roses and I don't want them to prick themselves, but at the same time, it's a learning experience for them to understand things that they need to do and be prepared with when they come and plant some of this stuff. So along the way, we're teaching them, how we're planting as well, so they have that experience, what we're using in the containers, what kind of additives we're doing. And there's Alexis right there getting that one ready to put in there. She's got her trusty gloves. All right, so again, as we're out here planting, they're learning as we go, and they remember some of the things that we do when me and Angie are here gardening. Again, they're not gonna remember everything because they're not always out here gardening, but they got the rows in the container, they've got their soil level, but I asked them, if that root ball was in the right spot. And again, they're quickly remembering things that we do out here in the garden. They're remembering that root ball needs to be at the right level. And I even asked them about the lip of the container to make sure that there's about 1.5 inches of soil below that lip, and that's going to determine where your root ball is at. And so they're quickly figuring it out. But this is great for them to be doing because they're going to learn along the way and they're going to remember these things. But it's a small garden, like I said. We don't do this very often, and so it's great for them to be able to come out here and do this. Especially we have some projects that need to be done, and we can just have them out here helping us. So that's what they're doing right now. All right, so that's one rose down. Are y'all exhausted yet?
No. Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
She is. She's not.
I can keep planting.
But they got 2 more roses to go. So I'm gonna go get them some more soil from the truck real quick because that's where I have it in the back of the truck, and then give them a little breather in between these roses while I go get that soil for them. All right, so while the girls are planting up the second rose here, this one here is Ringo Double Pink. I want to talk a little bit about the roses while they're doing this so you guys know what to look for. Now, Ringo Double Pink grows about 3 feet tall by 3 feet wide. It brings a cheerful presence to the garden. I'm reading the description here with loads of semi-double pink flowers accented by bright yellow stamens surrounded by a distinctive wine-stained eye. So it's kind of like that daylily we have in the front of the garden called Rainbow Rhythm Sound of My Heart. It has a beautiful ring around it. It looks beautiful. All right, so again, Ringo Double Pink is a shrub rose. Again, 3 feet by 3 feet. Pink flowers, beautiful looking foliage as you can see here. It looks great. We're gonna get this in a container, full sun, zone 4A to 9A. And once we get this one done,
It's okay.
these girls are trying to fill it up with
It's
as much
okay.
soil as they can. They're getting soil all over the place, but it's okay because we're gonna clean it off. But it's a beautiful rose. Needs good drainage, obviously, when they're in containers. And again, we use that mulch so we get some good drainage, but it also retains some moisture at the bottom there. But we're very excited to get this one going. Then the first one that they planted is right here behind me, and this one was that Up Amberness. Let's pull that one up real quick and give the details on that. Okay, so Rise Up Amberness, again, is a series of roses that are the first ever climbing roses from Proven Winners Color Choice. And they're called mini climbers because they can be grown as shrubs or climbers. And we're interested to grow this one as a climber, so we're probably gonna put a small trellis to see how we can get it to grow as a climber. But these have some beautiful wavy amber colored petals surrounding a classic orange rosebud shape and open to a full bloom with appealing golden stamens in the center. They're exceptionally fragrant, and that's one thing I noticed when the first one actually opened. They're very, very fragrant. They smell very great, and they can go all summer without deadheading. So we haven't really deadheaded them. I did deadhead them before we planted them because we want the energy to go into the roots, but normally you don't have to deadhead any of these Proven Winners roses. They're self-deadheading, just like we have the Also Double Red that we've planted before. They deadhead completely by themselves, but this one's supposed to have very sturdy stems as it's growing as a climber, so it's great to know that. It grows about 36 to 60 inches tall and 24 to 36 inches wide. So it's going to be a pretty good sized rose, and it's hardy in zones 4A through 9A as well. So I'm going to let them finish up this one, and then we'll talk about the last rose once we get onto that one. All right, almost done. Birdies are kind of angry. Bird feeders right here, and one right here above me. There it is. They're kind of angry because we're planting up right here, right where they eat. So they're tweeting and getting kind of mad because we're in their bubble, I guess. But we got one more rose to do. What's the last one left? Rise Up Lilac Days. That's the last one the girls are going to plant up here, and then we'll put them in different locations throughout the garden. Hopefully we can do a quick update once these guys start to bloom and once they start to put in some growth in there. All right, so one more. You guys tired yet?
A little bit.
A little bit? It's getting kind of toasty out here, huh?
It's kind of humid out here.
All right, so the last rose to go into the container here, the girls are doing that one, and this one is called Rise Up Lilac Days, and it's just like the other climbing rose from Proven Winners. Again, the first climbing rose from Proven Winners, considered mini climbers. This one does grow a little bit taller. This one says it grows about 8 feet tall by 4 feet wide. And just to give you guys a little bit of details on this one, again, hardy in zones 4 to 9A. These are all hardy in zones 4 to 9A. But Rise Up Lilac Days, information I have here for it says it's a unique rose to hit North America because it has unique lilac blue color and a powerful heady fragrance to this rose. So very interested to see the color on it. We did see some color on it, but again, it's been in this container, so I think it's gonna have a bit more color and a bit more fragrance once they grow out. So we're very excited to see that once we have it growing. Again, probably add a mini trellis to this one to see how tall we can actually get it as a climbing rose. So we're excited to have all these in the garden, excited to show these guys off to you so you know what to look forward to next year as far as when these are being sold in the garden center. We'll be able to have these blooming. Hopefully we get a bloom out of them towards the end of summer and maybe in fall, and then obviously next year they'll be well grown out, so we'll be able to see a great amount of growth on these roses here. Okay, so all the roses are planted up. They're all in containers. Last thing we need to do is we're gonna add some granular fertilizer. More than likely we're gonna put some rose tone in there. That way, they already have the biotone. Those roots are gonna produce, but we also wanna fertilize it with some rose tone so we get some nice, beautiful buds and hopefully some flowers are blooming. Again, this one's already blooming, but we want the other ones to bloom as well. And the girls did an absolutely outstanding job planting these. You guys good?
Yeah, we're good.
A little tired?
She's tired.
It's pretty hot and humid out here, so they had a lot of fun doing this, and I'm excited that they're out here loving to do this. What are you playing with over there?
She dropped an ant.
Just playing with ants.
That's a fire ant.
But that's gonna do it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. We're just gonna get these watered in. We'll show some video at the end here of them getting watered in and putting them where they're gonna actually go. But hope you enjoyed this. Be sure to keep an eye out for these roses next year in garden centers. I know you can order them online now. So if you're looking to get these roses, we'll put some more pictures. Hopefully I did some throughout this video so you guys can actually see what they look like when they're fully grown out and what's on their website as well. So that's gonna do it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Say bye, guys.
Bye.